to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. And the Golden Gophers will boot it away to start the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Broncos offense will go on the attack first. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not great. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
Yeah, and that's a timing route. You throw those out routes to your receivers, and he gets out of his break, and he gets his head around, and ideally you want him to get his head around right in time to catch that football, and you could just tell he didn't get comfortable, didn't get his hands around, his head around in the right time, and he just gets a drop.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Worked his way out across the 35, got it up to the 37-yard line, but still a little bit short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down. And the Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Golden Gophers offense will go to work for the first time today. They'll leave it with him. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. Hold on. Can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. The give to the back.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Off play action. Finds the tight end. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds. The Broncos moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw. It's Lawrence. Under fire. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They'll start this drive going to the air. It's complete to the right. Quick step and go. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Quarterback making checks. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. The Golden Gophers have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
We reached the break. It's Minnesota holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. Rush is on him. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. Picked off.
free safeties, you think about hitters. You think about guys spinning down in the box, making tackles. You don't really think about coverage skills all the time, but this guy might change your mind a little bit. Great tight coverage and man-to-man, and makes a play on the football. What a play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case. And there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And the Broncos racing to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down. Working that left side. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Pocket breaking down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Broncos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Using the quick game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Got his man downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, go make those contested catches.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and the recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Looking to throw, it's Lawrence. Right on the money. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on third and long from the 22. Now they'll run the draw. Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Boise State.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. Out of bounds at the 38, and a really nice return there sets up the offense. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. They'll give it to the back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Here's the handoff. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. And the Golden Gophers can really attack on this second and short. Off the play fake. Fires to the right. Working the big fella downfield and outside. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Quick release on the RPO.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And the Broncos can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Lawrence. Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Wants to throw on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he reels it in inside the 30. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Tight end finds a soft spot. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
From the red zone, looking for a man. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Broncos! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Going to swing it on second down. Grabs it in the middle. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
The Golden Gophers in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He slings it deep to the left. And it's caught inside the 20. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
The Broncos will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Run out of bounds at the 39-yard line, but what a return to set up this offense. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter. We'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Quarterback may change this route. He's looking to throw. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
The option look. He'll toss it. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away when you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving. Make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of it.
And the Broncos come to the line in the hurry-up.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself.
It's blocked. He couldn't get it away. And after all of that, they'll take over inside their own 30-yard line.
And you got to give the special teams coach a lot of credit. He's been game planning this all week long. He saw something on film that made him believe they might be able to get some push and get some penetration right up the middle of the field, and it worked. Huge play on the block punt.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And that one will put them up here in the second half. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They'll go with a direct snap. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The quick out. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. The Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Rides the back and leaves it.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to them. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Back to throw, it's Lawrence. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, running back gets the give. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. And the Broncos will call on their punt team. Now, don't forget, I'm sure he hasn't. He had one blocked earlier. He'll field the punt and take it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And the Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man out of the backfield. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. The Broncos want to pick up the tempo.
That wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Turns it loose deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring in 3rd.
Well, I like the idea by the offensive play caller here. You're trying to get aggressive. You're trying to find a chunk play, but that time, QB and receiver can't hook up.
And you've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. And the Broncos will punt this one away. I Don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the football.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Right back to the well.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He might want another play. Back to pass on second down. Firing to the right, complete. There he goes. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and lead the clock. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage. It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you.
Touchdown, Minnesota! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Oklahoma.
And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This field position better than you could ever hope for. First and goal from the 8. Looking to throw. Here's a heat. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Quarterback making adjustments. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Huge play in the red zone. Third and goal coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. Touchdown, Golden Gopher! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. They pushed that lead out. A really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And the coverage team able to... Down. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12. The Broncos will hustle to the line.
Got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Makes the grab on the left. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Lawrence. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to throw again. Fires to the big fella. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been
looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And, man, that was a nice job by the tight end, finding the soft spot in the defense in the end zone on that TD.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on second down. He's got it. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. To the air on first down. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost him a big play on first down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Defense comes up with a play. They get the pick and take it back to the 20. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The Broncos headed quickly to the line.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone.
He's got it along the sideline. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking for a man. It's Lawrence. Makes the grab. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to fire. He's going to let it go. Touchdown, Boise State. A great catch and run for 6.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Everything going their way right now. Last drive they score. Special teams goes out. They execute the onside kick. You need a touchdown now. Can your offense deliver for you here late in the game?
They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. And the Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Zings it complete to the right. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Looking to throw on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Takes a hit as he fires.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Bringing the heat. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Right down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Smashes through the tackle. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Minnesota! How about this defense taking one back to the house? They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yep, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have a turn later on, a lot of times, when your team's better, to do the same thing, to return the favor, and then make him forget that.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking for a man. It's Lawrence. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to have to happen a couple of different times if you're going to win this game.
He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, but it might be too little too late. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it. When we get to the offseason and they start having